Tommie's Honest Advice. Thank you so much for tuning in. Apologies for the noise in the background. I have two birds, Yippee and Juju. And then I also have my fan on. So this is going to be a video on 7 signs or so of secret haters. Number 1, pettiness. I think there is a difference in playful pettiness, right? Like teat for tat, like you're playing around. But being petty is like, I feel like, for example, I remember one time, at the time I was going out, right, with my supposed to be friend. And I had Ubered. And I'm sitting on the bench or whatever. And I'm sitting there because I didn't see their car. And in my head, I'm like, as a friend, you might have wanted to pull out. Like, I was sitting there for a little while. And I feel like they were just, well, she at the time was just sitting there watching and getting some kind of justification out of it. It was weird. That's one of the moments I noticed, like, it doesn't matter how long you know somebody, their true colors will eventually show. And I feel like people fake roles for years until it's like their true selves is revealed, and people change over time as well. But to me, that was petty because it was like, you see me sitting outside, but you're in the car, and then you're probably looking and laughing instead of getting out of the car, waving, that was weird to me. I don't want to talk to this friend. I completely cut them off. Number 2 is laughing at your failures. Like, this, secret haters could be acquaintances, co-workers, family members. I can give an example of this. I remember at the time, I had gotten laid off, I think, at a job. And one of my family members at the time was trying to joke around about, like, oh, yeah, you could work at like Walmart or Target. But it was like, would you work at Walmart or Target? You get what I'm saying? Like, that was just like a kind of a passive aggressive statement. And then coming from somebody that's supposed to be family, I'm like, I'm gonna keep you at wave's length because it's obvious that you're struggling through something. You're not as happy as you're projecting to be. Pay attention to people that are like overly flaunting, overly bragging, because even the biggest braggers are the most insecure secret haters. Pay attention to it. 3, they don't support you. I remember I said, oh yeah, I'm gonna be setting up my Etsy shop, right? And this family member at the time, I think I showed them like the jewelry, or they saw the jewelry, and they had made some kind of smart remark. And I'm like, okay. But it wasn't supportive at all. It wasn't like, oh, yeah, let me see what you're doing. It was like, secret haters will definitely show who they are with how they react to your improvements. So pay attention to that. Number 4 is like watching and lurking around. Like the first example I gave, you got to pay attention to people that watch what you do but are in secret. Like, you ever notice, like, I know at the job I have now, people are weird. I got a lot of secret haters, jealous people in the workplace. And I just noticed, like, at a certain time I will always go in the kitchen and get, I don't do it anymore. I try to do it, before the people I know that's going to go in there does it. So they go in there, and it's like, I don't know, it's more so like trying to watch you, but they're trying not to be obvious about it. And the same lady, she did the same thing. I guess she's like the chief or whatever. I really don't care who she is, but she's low key a hater. I was eating lunch and I had noticed like she was reaching over the counter just to see, because I was on my phone, just to see what I was doing on my phone. And I'm like, oh, hell no. Like, I'm not even eating in this lunchroom anymore. Like, this bitch is crazy. Like, just be aware of that, because it can be in plain sight. And pay attention to silent behavior. Those are the cues you need to be aware of. Number 5, when you have yourself together, right? You dress up and their demeanor changes, right? Like, I remember I had changed my hair or something I did, and I was around supposed to be friend. And I had noticed like it was weird. It was like she couldn't fathom how different I looked compared to, what I had done before. But for me, it's like I'm not even trying to be in competition. If a friend is a friend, that's my friend. Now, there's also good competitiveness, like, hey, we're going to push each other to do better. But I'm never going to be like competing appearance wise to try to get attention, or to try to, it's too much energy. But I had noticed a change, and then it was a silent awareness for me. It was like body language, facial expressions, like, y'all know, a secret hater, they'll show it without verbally saying anything about you or to you. It's in their body language, it's in how they carry themselves, it's in their little grunts, it's in their facial expressions. All right, number 6. Wish they could be you, and then they start copying you. I can't tell you how many times I've had like family members doing it, coworkers doing it, supposed to be friends doing it. It's weird, because I think there is a line in between somebody that admires you, but then they take it to the extreme to try to be you. And those are the most dangerous people that you have to be aware of, because it's like, again, it's something they see about you that they lack within themselves, whether it's appearance, whether it's personality, whether it's motivation. It's something about you, and it doesn't even have to be the most obvious, being that you're beautiful or you have a shape or something like that. It could be your security and confidence within yourself, and that not being dependent on somebody else's validation. So be aware of that. But people that like usually copy me or mimic me, I try to keep distance from them, because that's dangerous. For me, it's like you need to know who you are, especially at the age I'm at, and you need to be happy with that. I get like getting inspiration from somebody else, but when you start copying somebody, there's some deep-rooted issues going on. It's deep-rooted. Number 7. Well, you notice that this could be associates, friends, family members. When you notice that they're coming to you and talking about their other friends or talking about their other family members, that means that they're talking shit behind your back as well. So it's like, take a grain of salt of the things that they're stating and how they're acting towards their supposed to be friends, and then also pay attention to how that same person acts to the people they were just talking about when you're around them. That to me is a clear sign that it's just they're toxic and fake. Like, how you gonna sit up there and have a whole entire conversation about somebody else, and then now the next time that you need something, you're trying to be clingy, you're trying to act like you care, or because behind closed doors I know the truth. So pay attention to how people talk about other people. And these are the last things I will state. A secret hater could be jealous of your success, right? Whatever that success, as far as what you're doing, means to them that they see. Like, it could be you lost 15 pounds. It could be you started a blog. It could be you taught yourself a new sport, new hobby, whatever it is. The next thing will be improvements on yourself. Getting yourself together could cause a secret hater, to despise you, plot against you, what have you, because I feel like a lot of times people project their own insecurities. So sometimes when you're improving on yourselves and they haven't done anything and they've stayed complacent, they have a negative reaction to who you are becoming, and you don't owe anybody any validation for your changes or whatever it is that you're doing with your life. You don't. There's only one you, and you should not be trying to make somebody else feel comfortable with your presence or your improvements. None of that. Independence. I've noticed big time this year that a lot of people, I feel like, seek validation from other people, being either it's men or it's women or it's just these friends they say, but then they ultimately aren't friends. Like, I feel like people really have a dependency issue where they seek in validation from other people and they can't stand on their own 2 feet. For me, I try to stick and be around people that are independent, that are not like pick me's, trying to seek attention for validation for themselves, that are, confident, that are going somewhere, that's not complacent, that's confident. Confidence is the biggest thing. So these are the signs of secret haters. Let me know in the comments if you can relate to what I'm stating. And thanks for tuning in. Subscribe. Have a great day.